has gone wrong with the British media since early March 2020?
Well, Mark, in a nutshell, we've forgotten to be objective, balanced and fair. All of the values that one would be taught in journalism seem to have gone out of the window. I could understand it in the early days of COVID, to be fair. We were all slightly scared of it. Nobody knew quite what was coming. And I think newspapers and television towed the line. 2.5 years later, with a lot of evidence coming now from all over the world about vaccine injuries and deaths, I think they've got to open their eyes and start reporting both sides, as you have been yourself.
The funny thing about it, though, is that what's interesting is that the UK broadcasting regulator, Ofcom, which basically regulates the entirety of TV and radio in the country, actually put its thumb on the scale and, to put it mildly, discouraged broadcasters from opening up the conversation.
Yes, that's certainly true. But again, that was in March 2020, and I could understand it at the time. But this far on, you know, journalists have got to start asking questions of both sides. I mean, I went to a press conference this morning with Dr. Rasim Malhotra presenting evidence, and he basically called for the vaccines to be suspended altogether until we've looked at independent world data. Nobody, apart from GBNews, nobody from the main television companies nor the main newspapers came to that. Now, they might have learnt a lot about the background, and they might have seen some figures which frankly are astonishing. The efficacy of the way the efficacy of the vaccine was presented, what the reality was, and his conclusion is actually that nobody under 70 needed the jab at all unless they were in ill health. And in fact, the vaccines are doing more harm than good in that age group. But nobody came to report it.